Hey y'all, hey. Welcome back to another episode of Coming to the Stage. As always, I'm so excited to have another opportunity to share space with you and introduce you to another powerful woman with a powerful voice and a powerful message that I know is going to inspire, encourage, and empower you forward. So if you are new to Coming to the Stage, hello, I am Andromeda Rahim. I am the founder of She Wins Society. And Coming to the Stage was created so to introduce you to, like I said, powerful women who are speakers, who are entrepreneurs, who are creatives, who are leaders, and they are really out here in the world inspiring us and sharing messages that uplift us and encourage us to live our best lives and live in our truth and fulfill our purpose and make some money, okay? So the next guest is Bella Rose, and she is the founder and CEO of About Bella Rose Passion, excuse me, a cosmetics company. Sis is also a millionaire, okay, a self-made millionaire. And she has been having her products featured in Target, Walmart, Martha Stewart's must-haves. Okay, she is doing the thing. And so she's coming to the stage right now. She's going to tell you more about her and what she's bringing to the stage when she comes to talk to us about claiming victory over adversity. So without further ado, let me bring Bella Rose to the stage.
That was a
Welcome.
good intro. Thank you. That was a good intro. I felt like I was like present with you.
Yes, that's the point. So, welcome to Coming to the Stage, Bella Rose. It's absolutely a pleasure to have you here. Now,
Thank
I've shared a
you.
little bit with the viewers about who you are, but I would love for you to take the opportunity to introduce yourself and share anything I did not mention.
Oh, I mean, you got a lot of it. I've been in business for 14 years now, and I actually was able to get our products into retail stores on my own. Um, we wasn't able to get any. We never had any funding. We didn't have any distribution. None of that. I was able to just do it on our own.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's very amazing, especially because right now there's some entrepreneur, some aspiring entrepreneur who has this vision or this desire to do exactly that, but they're feeling like that's too big, or
Yeah.
they need some special sign or some special person to come into their life to make that happen.
Yeah.
So, do you want to share with us a little bit about like what that journey looked like for you?
Just like you said, I felt like that too. It felt like it was a far reach to see someone like myself into the retail stores or into stores at all. My goal, honestly, was just to have some sales. At the time, I didn't even know what Shopify was when we first started. It was a lot of trial and error. But once I started, I just took off, and we were able to have like minimum success when we first started, but I knew if I could touch this, I could touch that. If I can do this, I can do that. So it was more so I never wanted to give up. When we first started, we started out as a women's clothing boutique. And when we started as a women's clothing boutique, I wasn't really like a fashionista. So it wasn't like I was a walking billboard for the clothes that I sold. And when I would go places and I would try to pass out my flyers or ask people to come to the boutique, and they're like, oh, well, what do you sell? Oh, I sell this, I sell that. And, it wasn't really, I didn't know too much about marketing, but I knew how to sell stuff. And jewelry was one of the things that took off. We used to sell a lot of costume jewelry inside of the boutique. And one of the girls that I met that came inside the boutique, she was a customer. She said, I got an idea, because she was always coming and purchasing stuff. She said, I got an idea. And she made clothes. She said, let's get together and let's go out in the streets and sell our stuff. And one of the other customers was there, and one of the other customers was a dancer. At the time, she was a dancer at Blue Flame, I think, one of the strip clubs here. And she said, y'all could bring y'all stuff to the club that I work at, the club I dance at. And I didn't know that was an option, so I was like, what, how you do that? And that got me interested. So that night, me and the other customer, we packed up our car. I packed up my entire trunk. She packed up her entire trunk with all the stuff she sold. I packed up my jewelry, shoes. We just went there. And so when we got there, like I said, I didn't know it was an option. I didn't know what to do. So I asked to speak to the manager, and it was like, "What do you want to talk to the manager for?" It was real rude. And so I was like, "I want to sell my stuff. I want to, sell my products in the club." And what are you selling? They were really, really rude. And so I just had to turn it on. I said, "Well, I'm selling products, and I can show you my products, and I can make sure that I'm not in your way. I'm not bothering nobody. If you give me a little section, I can just set up." They was like, "Oh, you can set up downstairs, but it's going to be a fee, and you got to talk to the house mom." So they directed me to the house mom. The house mom was super cool. She was super chill. She was like, "Oh yeah, come on, you can set up at the station over there." And we were set up at the house mom's station where they sold like all the girls stuff. And the customer that was with me, she actually set up her. She had made like little G strings and stuff for the girls. Perfect. Her stuff sold good. My jewelry sold really well. It was like blingy jewelry, big butterfly type stuff. And so from there, it's just kind of like, "Oh, when you coming back? When you coming back?" But the girls would say, "Can you bring makeup?" And I wasn't a makeup girl. So I'm like, "I don't sell makeup." But and so it was always, that wait a minute, but I can. So I wanted to, see how I can. So I went home, Googled how can I get makeup products, and instantly it was like red tape over here. Can't do this, can't do that, can't do. It was so much that I couldn't do. So I was trying to figure out how can I do it. And I'm from Jersey, so a friend of mine that lives in New York, she knew of a lab that created private label. So she said, "Well, I can see if you can, connect with somebody there." So I connected with somebody there, and she actually did a formula that I asked her to do because I was allergic to the MAC makeup and all that stuff that they sold at the counters. So I never really wore that stuff. So she connected me with the chemist there, and the chemist actually did like a shea butter formula for me. And the shea butter formula, it was still glossy, it was smooth, it was buttery, it was everything. And she was able to do that for me and brand it with my brand. And that I could do. I could wear, shea butter, coconut oil, and everything on my lips. And it's colorful, it's pretty. And my first batch, I was kind of crazy with it. I had like blue shade, yellow, pinks, greens, all that. But good thing it was like fall, so it was like Halloween time. And we took it back to the strip club, got another section at the strip club. We did really well, but I wanted to be a walking billboard. Like I wanted people to come up to me and say, "Oh my gosh, what is that you have on?" At these fashion shows, because I was getting invited to fashion shows again, and it was like I don't sell clothes now, but I can go to these fashion shows and sell what I do have. So packed up the boutique, closed the boutique, packed everything up in my garage, and just, started the tables rolling again. Let me rebrand. What can I do now? Because it was just Bella Rose Boutique at first. So I was like, this is really like a passion of mine. Like I really, really love this lip gloss. So it became Bella Rose Passion. And with Bella Rose Passion, from the lipsticks and lip gloss, went on to lashes, and then we went into like just different foundations. It was so much that we were able to do, but organically. And from there, I would meet with different makeup artists that worked at the strip clubs, and they were like, "Oh well, if you got any more shows," because they were trying to get involved in different shows that we were doing, fashion shows. "If you got any shows you're doing, I would like to be a part of it." So I was like, "Dang!" I started thinking again, and at the time, one of my friends, he was a publicist, and he was connecting me with different reality stars. So if I connected this makeup artist with this reality star, this makeup artist could do this reality star's makeup with my products, and they both can promote my stuff. And the first person was Candy Burris, then it was Cynthia Bailey, then it was Bambi, then it was like it just went on and on. And it was before you they would ask for payment for promo. So it was like I would just gift them, and like Candy had a big photo shoot with what is that magazine called? Sheen magazine, and she was on the cover. And from there, the Sheen magazine owner and editor reached out to me to start working with them. They featured the products in Sheen magazine, and we had a spread in Sheen magazine. Bronner Brothers saw that and asked me to come start doing VIP suite at Bronner Brothers. And so I partnered with Bronner Brothers to do the VIP suite with my makeup artist. And it was not like a paid thing. So it was just like I'm getting my name out there, working with Bronner Brothers. So all the celebrities was going to the suites. And I got to do celebrities makeup, and the celebrities would post my products. And that was like a win-win. So that lasted for about 5 or 6 years. And then next thing you know, we were on the Steve Harvey show. After the Steve Harvey show, I wanted to step it up because Steve, he kind of like was telling me some things. He was like, "Yeah, this is the move." He was like, "The guy that cut my hair, he just touch up my face every now and then. He get paid like $6,000 a week." And I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm thinking like, oh, my product's gonna go. And at the time, we were filming a show that I produced called MUA of Atlanta, and it was just like we wanted to show the behind the scenes because we got chosen to do makeup for the Jackson 5 when they came to Atlanta.
Wow.
We got chosen to do makeup for like a lot of top celebrities. Rick Ross attorney had hired us to do makeup at Rick Ross' birthday party for his mom, and at the time his girlfriend. We got hired to do makeup for the Sugar Bowl that was here in Atlanta, and it was like
Wow.
college football, the mom and the girlfriend suites, mom, wife, and girlfriend suite. And we were getting hired to do like a lot of big things. But our artists, like I said, I met a lot of them at the strip club. So they wasn't used to like certain things. So they would, oh, because I mean, the person who hired us for the Jackson 5 had the artist staying in a nice suite, fully paid, everything, whatever they wanted. They was in a limo. They had food. Oh, they sent us some. What they got shrimp and grits up to the room. I want Waffle House and just. And at the time, like I was going through health issues. I was in a hospital, and they didn't know I was in a hospital. I kept a lot of things from my staff, so I was in a hospital. I had to check myself out the hospital, leave the hospital, go get these girls Waffle House, and they were arguing. They were fighting. Two of the girls that was working together couldn't stand each other for no reason whatsoever. Oh, you always getting her the good bookings. Oh, I think she getting more bookings than me. Oh, I think he getting more bookings because of it. Just basic drama. And I would be in the middle of the drama because they felt like, oh, Bella getting paid all the money and we got to do all the work, and it was just too much for me. So I just wanted to do product. I didn't want to have any more staff. So that's what I wanted to focus on, and that's what happened after the Steve Harvey show. I ended up having two products, which was the shea butter body wash and lotion. And so the Steve Harvey producers asked, could they come on and produce the MUA of Atlanta show? Unfortunately, I declined because I didn't want my personal life to be in front of the camera. And they wanted more of my personal life more than my business. And I like, no, I'm all about business. I don't need my personal life to be all over everybody's TV screen and people judging me that, don't have nothing to do with my life. So I declined, but they did assist my artists with getting a part of different Lifetime TV shows,
Awesome.
Lifetime movies. They were getting hired left and right through the Steve Harvey production team, and the Steve Harvey production team also was over his products at the time, which was he had bacon inside of Walmart, and I wanted to know how can I get inside of that retail. And so one of the producers assisted me with getting a part of um, the retail. So at the time, I kept trying to apply for Amazon, and Amazon kept declining me because I didn't have the right certifications because I have an all organic and natural brand. But for some reason, Amazon was like, "Oh, you got to be certified through through the USDA organic, and this is that and the other." I'm like, everybody sell all type of stuff. I was working for eBay, and somebody was selling chicken coops. Like, why? Why can't I sell my lotion and body wash? And it was because I did have that it was certified through USDA, but I didn't have the certification. So I had to
Mm.
apply for the certification, and it takes time for it to be approved. So Amazon declined me probably 15 times, but Walmart accepted me like right away. And Walmart has been a blessing. We've been with Walmart now since 2018.
Wow.
And once I got into Walmart, I had a vision board in 2015, and I never showed my vision board, never talked about my vision board. I just prayed with my vision board in my room, in my prayer room. And when I used to work for eBay, I used to work from home, and I used to go in my prayer room and I used to pray specific. I used to be very specific, asking God, please let my products, my unicorn products, get into Target. Like I was very specific, and I went for my Target meeting. Well, I got invited to do a show, and when I got invited to do the show, I was a little distracted because of my personal life, so I wasn't prepared for the show at all. The creator of the show called me. She said, "Well, I have a line sister. She works with Target. She's interested in your products. She wants to meet with you. She's ready." Da, da, da. And and so I went and I did that interview, and she was like, "I love your products, but it's just not ready. The packaging is
Mm.
just not there." So that kind of discouraged me. But I don't like no. Like I do not like when somebody tell me no. I cannot stand when somebody tells me no. I'm like one of those, people who if you tell me no, I'm gonna find a way around that no. And so she came to my table. My booth was like as soon as you walk in the event, and she came to my table with her staff, and she said, "I really like your stuff. You should keep in contact." She gave me her card. When she gave me her card, I did keep in contact. Like I kept in contact with her like she was my cousin. Like I sent her stuff. I kept changing the packaging, and this was all self funded. And I would change the packaging, I would change the colors, I would change so she could not tell me what Target was looking for, but I had
Mm.
to figure it out, and I changed the packaging a few times, and then the second time I changed the packaging, we were able to get into Macy's. We got into Macy's, and I was like, "This is good."
Wow.
Yeah, and so Macy's launch was amazing. We were able to go up to Lenox Mall and see the products in Macy's and see customers, all over the products and enjoying the products. So that was great. But then the pandemic happened, and it was like,
Mhm.
unfortunately, you got to come get your products. The brand will no longer be able to house the products. Stores will be shutting down, and they did close a couple thousand Macy's stores. So we opted not to go back into Macy's because it just wouldn't be a good financial situation because people were not going into stores to buy anymore. But during the pandemic, we did. Like I said, I kept in contact with that person consistently, even during the pandemic. Checked on her, her daughters, everything, and
That's
I sent her a presentation of my new packaging. She was like, "This is it. This is it."
ah.
She said, if you can come up with a full collection, because it was just the lotion and the shea butter at the time. She said, if you can come up with a full collection, I mean, we'll love to do it. And maybe a smaller sample size or something. And she said, if you can come up with a presentation, we can put you in a line review, which the line review is for all buyers in that department to review it. If one person says yes, that doesn't mean the next person's going to say yes. Like we have to have a, yes for everybody. So I contacted my graphic team real quick, put together the thing. I had to have it structured really, really well. So the presentation, she loved the presentation. I sent her samples, and the team loved the samples. They loved the packaging. They loved the feel of the product. They loved the smell. They just loved everything about it, and they were like, "When can we start?" So I was like, immediately. I mean, everybody's buying online. Target, it was at the time, Target was doing like so much for black companies because of what was going on, after they were like, George Floyd and everything.
Mhm.
Target wanted to be, the biggest. And that happened, in Minnesota, and that's where their headquarters are. So they wanted to, like, just we want to get as many Black brands as possible in here. So I was like, okay, what do I have to do? Oh, well, we're going to need about a couple thousand product. I think I had four SKUs, and they needed like maybe 5,000 per SKU
Wow.
for online, and the main SKU would have to be 10 plus thousand. And so I was like, okay. And at the time, sales were going great. During the pandemic, we had a marketing team that was, we were selling like crazy. Like, when I signed on with the marketing team, we started at maybe selling maybe, I probably was making $2,000 a month. When we
Wow.
got with the marketing team, we started making like 20,000 a month.
Wow.
And that was the first month we got with the marketing team. They were just taking it 30,000, 40,000. It was just crazy. And then the social media reviews and everything, it was like really overwhelming because we went from to really fast. And well, once we showed Target, because they were like, why should we sell this at this price point? Our shea butter 4 ounce was 19.99, and they were like, why should we sell this at this price point? We have shea butter that sells for 5.99. I said, yeah, well, that's the hard yellow shea butter with that nasty smell. Nobody really wants that. People want Bella Rose Passion. And from they were like, okay, you got it. And they were like, okay, well, they saw the difference. They saw the texture difference. They saw the scent difference. And it just went from there. The day I signed my contract, I don't know what happened, honestly. When I went to the doctors, I was 80% paralyzed and I didn't know. And I went to the doctors, and the doctor told me I had to have emergency surgery. And when I had to have emergency surgery the next day, I had came. I knew the dates for everything, like everything was broken down. So when I got home from surgery, I couldn't stay in surgery because in the hospital because of COVID. So when I got home, the next day was the day I was supposed to sign my Target contract via Zoom. We on camera just like this, and I had a neck brace on. I had all this stuff. She was like, "Oh my God, Bella, are you okay? Do you want to push this back?" I was like, "No, no." Yeah, how long I've been. And this was 3.5 years later from that first initial meet. So I've been
Mm.
waiting 3.5 years to get. You think I'm going to let this stop me from signing a contract? No, we don't gotta stop. So January 2021, I signed my contract with Target, and we launched May of 2021. We launched online, and they didn't want me to talk about it. Everything had to be, private because they were like, you never know what happens. And what happened, what I did, marketing, I took all my unicorn products off of my website, and all of my customers. I just got an email about my unicorn product. Like all of my unicorn products was completely removed off of my website. My customers were like, what's going on? And we send out an email to all of our VIPs, all of our, customers. You will be able to purchase, and I gave them clues, but not a date. And
Mm.
I just said you will be able to purchase at Target.com if you search Bella Rose Passion, May 2020, May 2021. So the launch date comes, and I believe I woke up. I can't remember what time I woke up, but by the time I woke up, all of our unicorn products were sold out. And
Wow.
Target did doubt me. They doubted nobody would purchase a.
Uh-oh, I lost your sound. Bella Rose, can you hear me? Into the sound. I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you. No. It just all of a sudden went out. Can you hear me? Oh my goodness. What happened to the sound?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh
it
my
went it
goodness.
went onto Bluetooth. But where did the
So
mic?
the last thing you were talking about was all your products had sold out. Target had doubted you. I think that's
Yeah.
where we kind of that's where we kind of went
Oh my
out
God. Well, look, that's
right around
that's a
there.
good ending point.
Because I had to check on my phone, like, is it me or is it her? And I
No,
could hear myself, but I couldn't hear you.
it linked to the Bluetooth. I'm
Oh
sorry.
man.
But
Okay.
the Target buyer, he wanted to put more of Bella Rose Fashion products into Target. And it's really overwhelming with Target. Target is not like any other retailer. With Target, you get graded like you're in school. Like you have to stay above a 95. Like you have to have a certain amount of reviews. You have to have good reviews. You have to make sure that your products are shipped on time. You have to make sure it's a lot. It's overwhelming. So I was like, no, I'm sorry. I can't put any more products inside Target right now. I don't want to be that brand that is jumping at every opportunity and end up bankrupt.
Mm,
No.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
we're here.
That's that's awesome that was a dream for you though, and you made it happen. I heard so many different so many different nuggets of wisdom in your
Oh,
journey. First of all, collaboration, collaboration. I heard that. The power
absolutely.
of networking. I
Absolutely.
definitely heard that. The power of the pivot. I
Yes.
heard that. The power of being perseverant through it
Yes.
all. Right? Like so many gems in there when it comes to this entrepreneurship journey, because so many people, I think, especially those who are watching from the outside looking in, it can seem like, oh, she was just overnight success, and they don't see that, like you say, you started with boutique and you moved into something that you were more passionate about. I love that you said that. When you said that you wanted to be a walking billboard, before you said that the reason why you named it Bella Rose Passion was because it was your passion. It had already clicked with me, like, okay, that's what
Yeah.
she's passionate about, so that
Yeah.
makes perfect sense.
It was more like I needed to, you know how sometimes people wake up in the morning and they have to go to work and they're like, I hate this job. I
Mm-hmm.
hate this job. I did not want that to be what I had, because I quit Bella Rose Passion a lot, like a lot. Um, I was like, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. I can't do it. I can't do it. It got overwhelming so many times, but I knew that this is what I was supposed to do, because every time I quit, I came up with a new idea.
Yep.
Like, dang, well, you know what? Maybe I should do it this way. Maybe I'll get more sales if I do this. And every time I was thinking, maybe I shouldn't. Oh no, I'm not getting no sales. Maybe I'll just get the job, or maybe I'll just stay home and be a housewife, or every time. And then I would be like, oh no, I want to start doing this. I want to start doing that. I want to start. And it never, every single day, and it's in me. Like every single day, it's Bella Rose, Bella Rose, Bella Rose, Bella Rose, and it was at one point when we first started Bella Rose, I wanted our kids to work with me. I wanted everybody to be a part of Bella Rose. I wanted everybody to promote Bella Rose. But then as I started going to therapy, because I started going to therapy for Bella Rose Passion, and I also started going to personal therapy. And as I started going to therapy for business, because it's a lot, I started going to therapy for business, and my therapist told me, why do you want everybody to have your vision? Why do you want everybody to have your passion? This is supposed to be something that's yours and that means everything to you. Why do you want it to mean everything to everybody else? Why can't you just have this for you? You don't need everybody to be a Bella Rose Passion champion. You don't need that. You champion Bella Rose Passion. You be Bella Rose. You channel Bella Rose, and as it come through you, people that, support and love the brand will, uplift the brand in whatever way possible. And you'll see it flourish more because you're focusing on you and focusing more on how you champion the brand. Why is it fireworks popping? Where's these fireworks coming from?
Because you preaching. You are preaching. That's a word. That was the Lord saying, yep.
It took for me to do that. And that's why I tell so many people to ask me, how are you so calm? How are you so centered? And I say therapy it's real. And they're like, oh, you always, preaching therapy. It's real because had I would not have spoken to someone that wasn't able to acknowledge what I have been through, which is, a therapist in business, I probably would have went crazy by now. Like really crazy, trying to, oh, I want a warehouse like hers. Oh, I want to do this like her. Oh, I want to do this like her. Oh, she got this going on and she got that going on. And my vision wasn't hers before I saw my vision wasn't like that before I saw her page.
Talk about it.
You know? And so
Mhm.
I had to focus on where Bella Rose's passion is supposed to be, what Bella Rose's passion is supposed to do. And focusing on what Bella Rose's passion is supposed to do helped me realize this is my passion. Like this really is my passion. I every single day focus on Bella Rose's passion. And it's not like going to a job I cannot stand. It's actually loving what I do and
Mhm.
also loving the freedom of being an entrepreneur. That freedom is like no other.
Mhm.
I travel for business, and no matter how personal the travel is, because my husband is my business partner, we make fun of our travel, but we also are there on business, so we can write it off. Like
Yeah.
we, pay for it with business. Or, some brands, they do fly Bella Rose Passion out to sponsor their events and everything. And it's enjoyable. Like it's really enjoyable the way Bella Rose Passion has flourished from over the last 14 years, like
Mhm.
just starting selling lipstick and lip glosses from my kitchen and to now being able to, Google Bella Rose Passion and this retailer pop up, this retailer pop up, and this person. No, I was in Miami at Fountain Blue, and we're standing outside, and the ladies pulling up in their luxury cars and such, and this one woman, um, nice looking Caucasian woman, she says, "You look familiar. I don't know where you from, but you look familiar." And I was like, "Oh, you might know of Bella Rose Passion." Did she pull Bella Rose Passion out of her pocketbook?
I love it.
I could not believe it. I was like, "Oh my God." She said, "Oh, she said, I knew it. I had to put a name to the brand." Me and my husband looked at each other like it was unbelievable. It was,
I love that.
that is what I like. I was like, "Oh my God." Like, "Oh my God."
Yes. It's
What?
those moments that make the journey so worth it. Like I love how you explained the duality of entrepreneurship because you can be passionate about what you do, but also really dread those uncomfortable moments. Like I don't want to do this. I agree with you. I've been doing this for 10 years and I definitely have quit a million times in my head. I can't even tell you
Yes.
how many times I've quit. But
Mm-hmm.
like those moments when you know that you've made impact, that you've
Yeah.
touched somebody, that when like it was so worth it. You forget about the challenges, at least for a little bit.
Right. Until another one is,
The next one.
it's been more rewarding
Yeah.
than challenging. I honestly will say. Um, I look back at so many different things. Like right now, we're in the process of like moving and everything. So I had to take down a lot of stuff, and I'm looking at the awards. I'm looking at the magazines. I'm looking at all the different stuff, and I'm like, I remember this. Like,
Right.
I remember I went here, and you forget the accolades, and you forget, the times that you were celebrated. Even if so I have people contact me via DM, and they're like, "Oh, your story was very inspiring," or when I go to events and people say, "Oh, I was wondering if you do one-on-ones because I wanted to know if you can, help me achieve my goal," and things like that. for somebody to walk up to me and ask me that, it's encouraging because I had to learn everything on my own. I did not sit in a classroom and go to business school or, you know, ex. I just literally winged it. Like I literally was googling how can I do this. I used to Google how to get my products inside Sephora, like or how to get my products inside of retail. I used to Google that, and obviously you hit a dead end when you Google stuff like that because it's not public knowledge. But it's just the fact that my Google searches became my reality to the point where I have these people's personal phone numbers and like I know where some of these buyers, like I know where their kids go to school. They're asking me to come speak at their children's school, flying me out and things like oh my gosh, me?
Yeah.
It really is, really heartwarming to the point where I appreciate so much that I do. So now when I do business and I go to these meetings or like I just got invited to come do I just left a Walmart event in San Francisco and I got invited to do a Walmart pitch in Bentonville at the Walmart headquarters to come put our new products inside of Walmart stores. And it's just like, everything is coming into full fruition and it feels so good. It doesn't feel overwhelming. It doesn't feel like, oh, I got all this work to do. It feels great because it's
Mm-hmm.
like, finally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But look how long, and so tell us how long it took for you to finally get like that first major breakthrough. How many years had you been working before you got that first major breakthrough that kind of set the path for everything that's happening now?
Um, I will say it was a back and forth. So we started Bella Rose Boutique. We started the Bella Rose entity in 2010, and whew, goodness gracious, when I tell you from 2010 to maybe 2018, it was a struggle. And like I said, we're self funded, so it was like, okay, do I buy products or do I buy groceries? Like
Yeah.
it was a struggle. So 2018 was probably the very first major breakthrough, which we got into beauty supply stores, we got into Macy's, and we got into Walmart e-commerce.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't start making the money until possibly 2022.
Okay.
So I say that because a lot of people think, oh, as soon as she signed that contract, she became a millionaire.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how this works. When you sign a contract with a retailer, and I don't care what retailer it is, most of them have different timelines. But when I signed the contract with Macy's, I funded all of the products to put inside of Macy's. Just because I signed the contract doesn't mean they offered me in a dollar.
All right.
Every product that was sold, I got a percentage off of that product from the products that was sold inside of Macy's. So that's how that worked. When it came down to the beauty supply stores cut checks like is water. So that was a couple thousand, but I still was self funding. When it came down to Walmart e-commerce, I was still self-funding, and because we were e-commerce, we were shipping from our house, shipping from our garage to the customers at first, and they were paying for shipping, but we were probably making less than 10,000 a month or so. And once we got the contract with Target, again, self funded, um, you have to put up possibly what, 10, 20,000 products at first. And then whatever sells, you get paid 90 days afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't instant overnight. Soon as I signed, I got a check. I
Right.
wish, but it was definitely not like that. I had to continuously, like I said, Walmart grade you. You have to continuously have that 95. We've had a 90 and 95 score. First it was a 90, but we've had a 95 score since we did that 2021 launch. And once we did that 2021 launch and we kept selling out and we kept, proving ourselves to Target, obviously the 90 days cut down to 60 days, 60 days cut down to 30 days, and now it's every 30 days, or so forth. So it's great to get, checks for a couple thousand or so every 30 days or something. But, it's not like you are instantly going to see success. Reason why we were able to recoup millions is because we put up so much. So the money was coming back to us. It was like, okay, we could spend 40, 50,000 on products to launch because we know we're going to get possibly $1.2 million back. If these products sell well, we have to market. But then you also have to put into consideration you're paying 10 to 20,000 for marketing. You're paying anywhere from 5 to 10,000 for influencers, for graphic designs, for like it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot that you pay out. So as you're paying these people out, the more you pay, the more you receive. Obviously, you're not going to pay a marketing team $10,000 a month, and you're only making 2, 3 thousand. That just doesn't make sense. Um,
Right.
if a marketing team is charging you anywhere from 10, 15, 20,000, you have to be making $1 million. Like that's 10% of $1 million is, their share. So, you know, you just have to learn the right marketing team, learn, correct marketing. And I know a lot of people want to jump on TikTok shop and feel like, oh, TikTok shop gonna make me millions of dollars. It's not. TikTok does take a lot of, your money. Does take a nice percentage. So does Facebook. So does any platform. They're going to take a percentage. Like, I mean, I do Pinterest. I do Google. The ad campaigns that we run, I run ad campaigns on Walmart. The ad campaigns on Walmart are pretty expensive. And the way that the campaigns run, especially now with election time, you're not really going to get too much traction. People aren't really going. It's not too many eyeballs on your ads because we got the campaign going every single ad, and people are clicking.
Mm-hmm.
Move out the way. Move out the way.
Mm-hmm.
So your click through rate is going to be really high versus people clicking on your actual ad and going to your website, which you get that traffic. So right now we kind of pulled back on a lot of our ads, and we're just really focused on our email marketing. And that's another thing, having a big email platform. With as much as traffic as we have on our website, we have over right now I think we have like over 80, possibly close to 90,000 emails. A lot of the email marketing things, they go by how many people you have, whether these
Mm-hmm.
people open emails or not. They're still on my email list. So I still have to pay for them.
Right. Yep. Yep. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, and people don't understand, like, especially if you got Klaviyo. Klaviyo is like one of the most expensive ones. And it's like, oh, if you have over 50,000 subscribers, you're paying like close to $1,000 a month in emails.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, with spending that much, you want to bring in at least 10,000 from those emails because I'm spending a lot to send
Yeah.
this stuff to you guys, and you guys won't even open my email.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen, that's a struggle. That like, anybody who got an email list know
yeah,
that can be a struggle because
yeah.
you get the percentage of people open versus the number you send out. It can be looking a little funny. Like
I'm
now,
gonna start sending text messages like Fashion Nova, like, "Hey, girl."
listen. and I'm on Fashion Nova's text message list too, and they sure don't mind sending me a couple a day. So
And their tactics are very friendly, but also very active.
yeah,
They be, and I signed up for it. Where are you from? Are you here in Atlanta?
I live very close to Atlanta, about an hour away.
Okay,
Mhm.
so we have a store in a wing shop in Atlanta called the Bando.
Okay.
Really good wings, really good wings. I signed up for their email list. Girl, they send me emails every day. So every Wednesday is like, girl, your big back want these wings. What? But it got me to open the text message, like, okay, like,
That's
girl,
funny.
these wings 50 cents, come get them.
I love it.
And it's marketing things like that that keep people coming and that keep, the entertainment. And Fashion Nova make light of everything.
Of
Like
course.
everything. I'm trying to, girl, it don't matter whatever Fashion Nova see on Shade Room, they texting and emailing you about it, okay? And
Yeah.
that keeps people going to their website. And
Hmm.
so it's like you have to get creative with your emails for them to open it. You have to stay on topic. You have to engage and talk to people. And I'm like, I've been in business for so long. I'm not one of the girlies that's gonna jump on TikTok and be dancing and doing all this stuff.
It ain't in me either, sis.
Yeah. So I'm like, how do we, And so we had to figure out different strategies. And I'm just like, I go with what I know. I like to be personable with people. And I'm very personal with people, but I have a really busy schedule. So trying to go live every day to get people to buy products is kind of tedious, but I have to do it because my marketing team, like, people really like you. People engage with you. When you go live and you do stuff, they buy stuff. I'm like, what? And
But it's
so,
really smart of you though to recognize like what your strengths are. Like
hmm
the fact that you will hire people who are
oh yeah,
stronger in areas where you're weak. That just helps you to not have to struggle in certain areas for so long.
I learned a lot with working with retail. I have four different marketing teams. My
Wow.
target marketing team told me something that I learned alone. When I started working with them, he said, "You know what, Bella? You can't do it all on your own. You have people that actually learn and go to school and do this for a living. Let people do their jobs. Hire them to do what you don't know how to do." That is how, you know, let's be clear. That is how a certain person became president.
Hmm.
He's dumb as hell, but he hired the right people
Hmm.
to be smart in areas where he's not smart.
Exactly.
And that's how you get ahead.
Yeah.
And once you're able to realize, I'm not smart at marketing,
Right.
I'm not smart
Or
at
even I don't even
numbers,
like it, right? I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
right? Like, I don't know numbers. I don't know, like, there's a lot of things that I don't know. And it's like, okay, it's people that know how to do this stuff. How do I find them? And whether it's LinkedIn, whether it's Fiverr, whether it's, just going on social media telling people you hiring, whatever the case is, it's people out there that knows how to handle your brand, work with your
Mhm.
brand, and help your brand grow. And
Yeah.
once you meet the right match, you keep you keep them and you
Mhm.
keep them happy. So, it's going to be other people, because I've had people come in and like, oh, well, can I work with your marketing team? Can I do this with your brand manager? Can I do this with that? And I'm like, hey, sure, why not? And so then my team's like, Bella, you can't be sourcing me out to other people. And then I don't have time to do what I got
Do
to do
your
for
stuff.
you. And
Right.
they don't have the budget that you have. So I got to cut stuff down and I got to do. And I'm like, okay. But I'm one of those girls. When I first started, Atlanta was really cliquish. Like, nobody wanted to help. They were having seminars, $5,000, $10,000. Oh, come to our seminar. Oh, we're gonna learn this. We're gonna do that. Oh, build a sister up. Oh, girl, hold my hand. Do all that other stuff. Girl, you spend all that money. You get to these seminars, and they're like, Well, if you sign up for my course and if you do this,
Mhm.
and girl, if you could just Google, and then, I walk up to this one person, and she was, at the time, she was a good social media socialite. And I thought, oh, well, if I work with her, people will recognize my brand. So I'm at Bronner Brothers, and I was upstairs in VIP, and one of the girls that I knew said such and such was downstairs. So I went downstairs, introduced myself to her, started talking to the girl. She was like, "Oh, and I introduced myself to her as who I am. I'm Bella Rose, I'm owner, blah blah blah." She said, "Oh, you can have a seat right there and put your PayPal information in." What do you mean? And so I was like, "What do you mean? What you need my PayPal information for?" She was like, if you don't have the money to pay to talk to me, then you're not serious about your business."
Ooh.
I oh, I didn't know what to say. I was like, "No, thank you."
Right.
Um,
I don't,
she
at
went.
this point, I don't want to talk to you anyway.
I don't even know what I want to talk to you about. Let's be clear. And her whole booth was that was her booth. Like, having people sit down and put in their PayPal information to talk to her because she was a socialite, and people assumed that she knew so much about business because she would sit on live and will post videos about all the businesses that she supposedly had. Well, 2 3 months later, she ended up in federal prison. And I was like, well, dang, I'm glad she didn't get my money.
Oh
And I
my
mean,
gosh.
yeah, it was like I went to this one conference with this one girl, and same situation, you know. But the conference, I had somebody fly in to meet me at the conference, and we went to the hotel thinking we had a hotel room because of how much we paid, et cetera, et cetera. And it was a nice chunk of change. And this was before Bella Rose Passion was, we were still trying to get started. So when we got there, we were all sleeping in the conference room on what do you call them when
Like
you're a child?
hot
No, when you're a child and you go to people's house,
sleeping bag?
sleeping bags. The gift bags was dollar store trinkets inside.
Melrose.
I'm so serious. And the ticket price was just about $1,000. So we thought we had our own room. We thought she said no. Why would y'all? Because everybody complained. She got on live the next after the conference, which it was like 2 3 days. She got on live after everybody left, and she was like, "I don't know why. What would make y'all think y'all would have a room? The purpose of the event was for girls to come together and network. If y'all can't stay in the same room with each other, y'all will never be in business." And that I was like, "This is crazy. This is how y'all network. This how y'all market." I could never. I could never. So I promised myself, as Bella Rose Passion grew, Bella Rose Passion would help other entrepreneurs, whether you are this big or this just starting out. Bella Rose Passion will help other entrepreneurs go to the next level without a hefty $12,000 fee, $10,000 fee, and give you basic minimum. I don't got time for you type of stuff. I wish I would. I am coaching a couple of students right now. We're doing one-on-ones. It's been 2 weeks with one student. She's already rebranded her. We've already rebranded her labels, her packaging, her website. We've already taken her brand to another level with teaching her about lightning when she's taking pictures of the different stuff that she's doing. With teaching her the background, the look, just teaching basic stuff that I learned. I've already done that in 2 weeks. The course is 4 weeks. We pretty much done. But I'm going to continue taking my marketing team to her location so we can market. I taught her about, that she has a location. So let's network. Black Friday, do a relaunch. Have an event that Sunday when your store is closed. Let's do this. Let's do that. The things that I'm giving her is way worth $5,000, $10,000. But it's definitely cut down to a very low fraction because it's really not about the money. I really just want to see other entrepreneurs grow. I want to see us, Black businesswomen. I want to see us, women that are moms, that are, wives, whatever. I don't want to see the struggle. We like, why are you staying in your struggle? Why? Who wants to live like that? Who wants to wake up every day and say, I hate this job. Damn, I'm struggling to pay Georgia Power. I'm struggling to pay my car note. Dang, this girl on social media, she riding around and this is that and the other, and she a scammer.
Lord have mercy.
Like, I do not want to. I don't want us to live in struggle. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I can
it's
tell.
if I have whatever knowledge I have, I don't have to, like, when I talk to my students and we do our courses, I don't have thousands to give them so they can start their brand because I've done that before. And I have given someone financial benefit for her to gain in her brand. And you know what that girl did? That girl went shopping,
Oh Lord.
you know? And I said, you know what? It's unfortunate that she chose to do that because I give away my knowledge for free and I was trying to help. But the thing is, I want people to get. And so, one of the girls that I'm coaching, I told her, I said, every step of the way, you're going to have to do certain things. Because I'm not going to do it for you because once our
Yeah.
course is over, I want you to be able to open your laptop and say, oh, this is my data analytics. This is how I get to this is and this is my domain and this is my da da da. I want you to be able to sell yourself. I want to set
Mhm.
you up for when a buyer comes to you, you are retail ready because you know your business. You know everything. And that's how I plan to set up other entrepreneurs. Like, who
I
wants
can
to?
tell.
I
I
don't, I
can tell it's in you. And let me tell you why.
can't.
Because what was supposed to be a 30-minute live show turned into an hour masterclass. That's what you gave us today. This was a whole masterclass. Like, you shared so much information. You didn't gatekeep anything. Like, it's clear. Like, it's just pouring out of you. Like, you just want people to know what they can do to actually be successful. It's clear. It's obvious.
Girl, we can't live in the struggle. And we're so used to living in this struggle because, like, oh, I can just go down to social services or contact the government. The government giving free money, or the government gonna help me get a new house. Oh, they giving da da da. We don't know what the government about to look like in the next 30 days.
This is true.
You know, we got to do stuff on our own. We can't be relying on mom, dad, husband, sister, cousin, grandpa. We can't rely on nobody. That struggle is real, and it might get realer after November.
Yeah, this is
You
true.
get what I'm saying? We don't know our situation. So if I'm able to, people send me messages when I, do my post, and they're like, "Oh, how were you able to get into Forbes?" or "How was you able to get into this retailer?" Da 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 da. And I'm like, "Listen, I could tell you, but it's not gonna work if I just tell you. I'd rather teach
Yeah.
you, you know."
Mhm.
And a lot of times people deter from the price of me teaching them, but what I learned is people don't respect free.
That's a fact.
People will sit on a call with me, or I used to do my Facebook calls on Thursday nights, and they would sit on Facebook and just they're bored, so they listening to what I'm teaching. But I haven't seen not one of them take any of the things that I was teaching them
Mm.
and grow a business from it. They just was listening, so that was free. But if you put your money up, then you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
somebody, if you go to a restaurant with your homegirl and she paying for food, you be like, "Oh, I'll eat this later," versus you, if you go and you paying, girl, we
Mhm.
gonna eat this.
Yep.
People
It's
don't respect
different when
free.
you know very well yourself what it's like to invest in yourself. You've mentioned numerous occasions where you've had to invest in yourself, invest
Yeah,
in your business in order to get it. So when you learn that lesson, like, there's more value in investing in yourself than than you can imagine. It's priceless. Mentally and financially, it
yes,
changes the game. So
yes.
we do a disservice. I think I had to learn that lesson the hard way too. You do a disservice to other people when you don't require them to invest in themselves. You're
Because they
not
don't
helping.
care. They they're not respecting your quality time. And a lot of times people say, "Oh, I want quality time. I want quality time," and they just hear those words. Time really is quality because you
Mm-hmm.
can't get that back.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It really is quality, and people don't understand. Like I talk to my kids all the time. I talk to my husband all the time. I don't just want time. I want quality time. Like I want it to mean something. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to be able to, look back and be like, remember we did it, And like you said, some things are just priceless. We have went on vacations and spent damn near 40, 50,000 and didn't even realize it because it just was that much fun. It was
Mhm.
just that, and it meant a lot.
Mhm.
And when you go into investing in yourself, whether it's therapy, products, logo, labels, website, whatever it is, I don't care how much you spend, whether you spend $10, $100, or $1,000. It's that the first initial investment that's going to keep you going. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't spend this money on, my website. Let me see how to build my website because I don't have any more money to hire another person to build my website. I had a girl who got a website, got a domain. Somebody built her website for her, and they kept it. They kept
Mm.
They kept her login information because they wanted another fee for her to have access and ownership of her website.
Mm.
That is
No,
the
that's
crazy.
crazy. That is insane.
People are
That is
really
insane.
scamming people. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh well, I can't give you the login information." She was like, "Well, I want you to help me, but I don't have my website information." I was like, "Why not?"
Mhm.
And she said, "Well, the person who building the website for me doesn't want to give me the login info because I have to pay them another $1,500 for access to my website." Wow.
Insane. That is insane. That is insane. Yeah. There's definitely value in taking time to learn things for yourself. I have, oh, I
It,
lost it.
it,
I actually built my website. Like I learned over the years. My first website would look real. It looked like I built it, right?
yeah,
But to this day, I design my own websites and I know
that's
how to
right.
do it. And so I'll tell other people too. Like I've had people reach out to me like, "Hey, somebody built my website. Can you show me how to add products to it?" Yes, I can. But
Yeah,
like you have to know how to do it. And I've had the same thing happen where people tell me like, "Well, you can't email me at this email address anymore because it's linked to my website and that person has shut down my website for whatever reason. So now you can't even access your own emails because it's linked through your website." Like so many different things because you're letting other people have control over it. So I think you do have to decide, like you have to be clear about the
yes,
times when you need to hold stuff for yourself and
yeah,
times when you definitely need to delegate. And I want to really quickly say, because you made me think about this, sometimes the reason why you invest in other people is also to increase your capacity. And so I was
yes,
thinking about how this is the first time that I've ever hired an event planner for my events. Usually I'm the one doing all of those things, but that's
yep,
because I really like it. Like I do, I really
yeah,
like it. But I wanted to increase my capacity for this event for some other things, like being able to sit here and talk to you, right? So I
yes.
didn't want to have to be thinking about the marketing, the promotions, the
Look at it.
website, the what's happening on the day of the event and all the design and all of that. I wanted to hire
Right,
somebody for that,
right.
which it was it gave me a little bit of anxiety to do it. But now that I've done it, I just feel so much freedom about it. Like I'm just so excited to have somebody else to
It's
do.
hard allowing somebody else to have full control over your this event is possibly like let's say it's a party for your baby. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I use that term all the time when I talk about people's brands because people's brands are their children,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And when you want to do a party for your child, you want it to be perfect. You
Yeah.
want the table settings there. You want this here, that. And so if a party planner come in and she's like, "Well, I thought it would look better over there," what I had to learn with retail, it's not about what I like. It's about what the customer likes.
Yep.
It's about what the consumer is going to be more reactive to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sitting here in my head like what I like.
Right.
And of course, I could like cookies and cream ice cream while everybody else likes strawberry.
Right.
And I hate strawberries, so I'm not gonna make strawberry ice cream. So that is one of the great things of hiring, a party planner or hiring somebody to do their job versus you having to be spread thin. You
Mm-hmm.
can't do this, you can't do that because you have to focus on vendors, focus
Mm-hmm.
on uh, whether it's linen,
Mm-hmm.
placement, seating placements, all that. It's so much that goes into, I understand, events. And then you get a little bombarded because you're trying to host the event, but you're also
Yep.
not only the creator, you're the planner, you're the, you're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great. I commend you for allowing someone else to take over that responsibility. It's very hard.
Thank you.
Very hard. I'm a planner, and I love to do things on my own. And I'm like the planner of the house. So when we have parties, they're like, "Oh, well, we'll just leave it up to you." And it's hard. It's hard. So I understand. I definitely understand. But when it comes down to your brand, let
Yeah.
somebody else take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
let somebody take care of it.
It's a part of growth. I think
Yeah.
I mean, you can't grow trying to do it all. And this, you triggered something I was thinking about earlier that you said it way back when you said that other people like, or basically like listening to the customer, you listened earlier on in your journey
Oh yeah.
when people were saying, "Oh, what about makeup?" Like
Yeah.
you found
Oh
a
yeah.
solution to a problem. You filled a need. And that is ultimately like now you're experiencing all the success just because you listened to what people were
Yep.
saying that they were needing.
Yep.
And that girl, you just dropped so many gems. As I'm just thinking about this conversation, just so
Get those
many things.
tickets. Get those tickets. Get those tickets so y'all can hear more. Because this is only pretty much like 5% of what Bella Rose Passion went through,
Oh my
honestly.
goodness. Okay. Well, y'all heard it. I was gonna say the question I always ask, the final question I always ask every guest is it's clear that you have so much to bring to the conference. I mean, a
Thank you.
well of wisdom you are.
Thank you.
What are you hoping to gain from being there?
From being at the conference?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So I looked at the list of speakers before I even signed up. I looked at the list of speakers. I was sent the conference from my publicist, and she said, "Oh, I think this would be a good networking opportunity. You should go." So I looked at the list of speakers. I looked at what the platform was about. I said, "No, I want to be a speaker. I want to be a part of it. I want to. This is what I want to talk to people." So the way that you have structured She Wins is like basically what we just talk about. Like, I don't want to see us struggle. I want to see us win. So I'm looking to encourage other entrepreneurs, other young ladies, other women, other men, whomever, to win. Like, I'm looking to give whatever knowledge that I can to assist in every way possible to grow in whatever space they're in. If they're in the struggle space, if they're in a starter space, if they're in a stagnant space where it's like, I don't even know where my next, I'm here. And I want them to know that you, all of us, we've been in that place. Like I said, I quit so many times. I then, started with clothes, shoes, jewelry, makeup, to the point where like we had to keep going, keep going, keep going. And now, like I said, what is it? Walmart. Let me show you. We're now introducing our carpet fresheners and our new candles with
Ooh,
we got Boss Vibes, Boss Energy Vibes.
yes.
Yeah, so we're introducing all of this to Walmart. So this all came from, like you said, listening to somebody saying, "Do you got makeup?" And so
It's crazy.
when someone is sitting in your audience, and they're obviously coming because they want to hear encouragement, I want to give more than encouragement. Like, I want to give that boost. Like, I want to put that battery in their back to be like, you know what? I'm getting on my website tonight. I'm going to start marketing. I'm getting on my social media, and I'm going to start talking about my products. I want to encourage everybody to just do it. And I don't care what the product is. Like, I bought this product from a customer. I'm going to show it. This is a cup.
Oh, that is cool.
I take this cup with me when I go shopping, right?
Mhm.
And one of the ladies in the store was like, "Can I take a picture of your cup?
That is so
Do you sell those?" And I was like, "No, I don't sell them, but I will give you the website I got it from." And it was just, me browsing on Etsy. And the fact of the matter is, no matter what you sell, is an audience for it. And that's what I want to give to She Wins. Don't sit there and think, oh well, all I really do, like if you sit at home with your dog all day, why don't you start promoting dog clothes or dog treats or something? Like if you are passionate about insurance or people getting healthy, why don't you start, promoting and getting with an insurance company and marketing with an insurance company? Things like that. It's so much that you can do to make money. People are literally leaving their jobs as doctors to
Mm-hmm.
be content creators.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, I
So
mean, it's not like it's a lack of money. It's a lack of effort and a lack of motivation. We don't have enough of us to motivate each other. So I want to be there to motivate all of us. Like we need a sisterhood. We, like I said, I was trying to connect with girls and they was like, "Oh, girl, you'll be all right. Just that's not what I want to hear. Like I don't want to hear Google it. I know I could Google it,
right.
but
Right.
you got here how, and come to find out some of them got there by way of a dude or whatever the case may be. But we thought because social
Mhm.
media at the time was just starting, so they were flaunting their lifestyle and we wanted the lifestyle. We didn't know that they didn't know a lick about business.
Yeah.
So by me teaching myself, I taught myself how to teach others. So
Mm.
I want to teach other girls how to win and get out that struggle mentality because it's not comfortable, it's not healthy, it's not loving, it's not feminine. Nobody, no female, no male wants to hear, oh, I can't do it.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Right.
No,
Mm.
no.
So good. Oh my God. You have, like I said, you have shared, this has turned into an hour plus masterclass. You've shared so many gems with us today, so much knowledge, so much
Good,
wisdom, so much inspiration, so much encouragement. If there's
good.
one thing, I got a lot of takeaways, but if there's one takeaway I'm definitely taking away that I'm gonna like do tonight is look back at my receipts. You mentioned how you like you're getting ready to move and you saw all your different awards and stuff and how we
Yeah,
forget. And when we're
yeah,
talking about finding victory in adversity over
yeah,
adversity or claiming victory over adversity, I just
yes.
feel like everybody can take a moment right now today. Like if you feel like you're in a space where nothing's happening, nothing's working, take a moment and look back over your journey and see
For
what you
real.
actually accomplished and how much you've overcome already. Like that's gonna
What
be
made you start?
what
Like
made you start.
what mental space was you in when you wanted to start? Like what was the first thing that you purchased when you, like, my first big purchase besides the location was my what you call it, like one of my checkout machines, cash register
Mhm.
type of thing. And unfortunately, like, I didn't know that going your credit and stuff like that, the credit card machine and everything. So I look back on how far it came. Like those things are obsolete now.
Yeah.
People don't even use those, credit card
Right.
machines no more. We got this things to hook up to your phone, the
Mhm.
swipers and Cash App and Square and everything. Like I, everything is just changed. So
Right.
yeah, it's very helpful, especially if you've been in business over 5 years, to see your growth from what made you start. If you were in your mom's house, or if you were in a friend's on a friend's couch and you moved from one city to another because you wanted to start out on doing et cetera, selling clothes or whatever it is. Look at where you are today. And if you're still in that same place from 5, 10 years, then yeah, you need to come to this conference because
Absolutely. 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 Something's not right. And
we
you
got
got
to
to figure
talk.
out what that is. So
It's
good.
definitely, it definitely helps to see growth. It definitely helps when you are recognized from other people. A lot of times we are stuck thinking that our friends and family are supposed to be our customers and
Mhm.
are supposed to be, oh, why you don't buy my stuff? Why you don't do this? You can't question that.
Yeah.
I have no idea who my customers are with these retail, but I'm telling you, they buy every day. They buy
Well,
all
you do
day.
know there's that Caucasian lady outside of Fountain Blue.
Absolutely.
She one of them.
Absolutely. And that's when things like that, like when I go out, I went out to a sports bar and met a lady. She's sitting next to me. She showed me how she bought a big bag of Bed Bath and Beyond, or no, Bath and Body Works stuff. I said, oh, you can go to my website and you can
I know that's
things
right.
like, listen, you are, like I said, I wanted to be a walking billboard. So you have to promote, network, and market yourself no matter where you are. Like I said, I was in a sports bar, but before I got into Walmart, this is another thing I want to tell you guys, and then we can wrap it up. But before I got into Walmart, what I used to do is I used to go to Walmart, and I used to sit outside of Walmart. And when I used to either sit outside or go inside Walmart, I would airdrop my product thing to see who accepts it. And my stuff wasn't selling on Walmart, it was selling on my website. But if you use code Walmart on my website, you can get a discount on whatever product. Like, I was hungry, okay, and it worked. It
That is
worked.
so creative. Who would think to do that? That's so smart.
I vision myself being in Walmart. So if you go to my website, use code Walmart, you can get a discount off the same product you're looking for inside of Walmart. I got hair care, I got skin care, I was the flyer I was sending was so, and the one lady, I was standing next to her inside of the thing, and I sent it to her. She was like, so does it sell in Walmart? Can I get it right now? I said, if you go to my website and purchase, I can give it to you right now. Like, I can hand it to you, but outside of Walmart. Like, I can't sell it to you inside
Right.
of Walmart. And so I was like, outside of Walmart in my car, I can give it to you. She was
Wow.
okay.
That's so cool. Oh my God. Yes, we have so much to learn from you. And I want to say this before we go, because of the time that you have given us today. You have went overtime sharing with us. You can definitely expect to see somebody winning the giveaway of some Bella Rose stuff at the conference. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get on the Bella Rose website.
Yay.
What's the website? BellaRose.com.
Website is bellarosepassion.com.
BellaRosePassion.com. I'm
Yes.
getting on BellaRosePassion.com. I'm going to purchase some stuff for a lucky winner at the She Wins
Oh,
Conference and Award. So if you want to get some free Bella Rose Passion, make sure that you are in attendance at the She Wins Conference and Awards in Atlanta,
yes.
Georgia on November 9th of
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
To reserve your ticket. And we don't have that many more left. I think we got about like 22 left.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you. 22 tickets left. That's all we got. And one vendor table, if you are interested in vending, go to shewinsociety.com for more information. Bella
Yes.
Rose is going to be there talking about claiming victory over adversity and probably a whole lot more. So y'all just clearly, if you walk up to her, she's going to talk to you, and she's probably going to share a lot of game with you. So make sure
Yes.
that you're there.
Yes.
Thank you again, Bella Rose, for your time
Thank
today.
you.
Seriously, this was such
Absolutely.
a pleasure.
Absolutely. Anytime. I'm here. You guys can email me. You can email me, whatever it takes for us to win.
Yes. Oh, and y'all make sure y'all follow Bella Rose _CEO.
Yes.
And what's your other page, Bella Rose?
At Bella Rose Passion.
At Bella Rose Passion. All right.
Yes.
BellaRosePassion.com. Bella Rose _CEO. Bella Rose Passion. All right,
Yes.
y'all. And thank y'all again. Be sure to tune into the next episode of Coming to the Stage. We're here every Wednesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and on Facebook. And we do hope to see you live and in person at the She Wins Conference and Awards on November 9th in Atlanta. SheWinsSociety.com for more information. Bye.
Thank you.
Oh, she dipped out.